So Charmed Resorts was born out of necessity to get our product in front of more people. We originally started by building a luxury playhouse for my children when I had a landscape business. And I had more and more people who were asking me for my playhouses. And so we began to build them and ship them throughout the world. And we had celebrities and high net worth individuals who wanted to have access to our playhouses. And so we were building that for a while, but then eventually we wanted to be able to get it out, for everybody to enjoy it. And it didn't make sense to go build like a playground or do something like that. And so I came up with the idea of doing the glamping experience with storybook homes. So what we did is we just adapted our playhouses to the camping experience, and that's how Charmed Resorts was born. From the moment you arrive at Charmed Resorts, we try to frame, like, for instance, this beautiful cottage. We want you to, and when you come through our gates, that you're transformed into a storybook world and you become a character within that story. And so we try to put as much detail as we can into each and every one of those cottages. So it feels like you're coming to that character's home and that you're just borrowing it for a few days while they're away. Every single cabin that we have at Charmed is different from the one that's next to it. We don't actually have two cabins that are exactly the same. So you can come and if you resonate with the story of Peter Pan, you can come stay in Wendy's house or Hook's pirate ship. If you love Beauty and the Beast, you can come stay in Belle's cottage or Beast's castle. Or you can be, Jack for a day in Jack and the Beanstalk. So we've got a whole variety of different cottages here. And then the decorations inside obviously match the story that we're building on the outside as well. So we have a few cabins that are at the top of the list for people anytime they want to book with us. Peter Pan is a very popular story with us. So our Lost Boys Treehouse and Hook's pirate ship are among the top. The Beauty and the Beast story with Belle and the Beast Castle, they're also very popular. And our newest cabin, which is a French fairy tale, Cinderella, is actually shooting to the top. We just opened that one about a week ago, and it's shooting to the top already with how quickly people are booking it. Each one of our cabins are completely conceptualized, designed, drafted, manufactured, and installed and operated all by Charmed and our organization. And it takes about 4 or 5 weeks from start of construction to delivery and install for each cabin. Each cabin is completely, built so that it can be in the wintertime or the summer. We wanted them to be built in a way that they can be utilized year round. And they've got closed cell foam on the inside. They've got, wood and it's built like a typical home, but we try to use, your natural type of materials. So you'll see a lot of wood integrated into our product. Now we have to obviously stain and upkeep each one of the cottages, but it's worth it for us for that authentic feel. There are a few hidden gems within our resort. When you go to certain cottages, there may be a riddle or a scavenger to find within the cottage. Charmed Resorts is really only a few years old right now, and we are developing additional amenities and opportunities within the resort. But really, when you come to Charmed, we want you to feel like you're transformed to a different time, and that the pace of life is a little slower, that you can do those things that I was fortunate to do as a child, which is, have s'mores by the fire, or, go for a hike and go do a wood-fired hot tub and things like that. Things that a lot of people don't get to experience these days because they're stuck in a city. It's a hotly contested argument between people of when the best time to come here is. For me, I absolutely love the spring and the summer. I love when we just have that new look on the season with the fresh, grass and trees and leaves and everything. But there's a lot of people who love to come in the fall time or the winter. In the winter time, it's pretty hard to beat when the snow is settling down on all these trees and the cabins, and then you're sitting in the wood-fired hot tub. It is, and like the lights glow off of the snow. So the winter time's amazing. There's a ski hill nearby for us. So I don't know, it depends on what each client wants, but there's always something to do out here. We have a number of special events that we've hosted here. We've had amazing Halloween parties where we've got each cabin with a character at it. You go trick-or-treating in the cabin, and maybe the hot tub is the witch's cauldron where you come over and you visit the witch. It's really a fun opportunity for Halloween events. And then during Christmas time, we've hosted families out here where Santa Clauses actually came out and stayed with us. And we had an ice rink where Santa Claus was skating with the kids, and it was a full house, and it was a really fun experience. So we do things like that are fun, and you've got lots of opportunities to do cool things like that when you have a place like this. We definitely have a lot of Canadian visitors and quite a few French as well. We have Australians who come here. We got people from the UK. We got people from over in Asia that come over. It's really been extremely surprising for me how far and wide people have come to visit our little resort here at Charmed. And we're super grateful, whenever somebody comes from anywhere to come and visit us, and we've been pleasantly surprised. I think what makes Charmed unique is that there's really no other place like Charmed anywhere in the world that we've seen. It started with our playhouses, building, our extravagant playhouses over the top storybook homes that became very popular, and we knew we had something special with that. So when we deployed it into the resort setting, it booked up very, very quickly. So whenever someone wants to come here, they need to book in advance because it's quite booked up. And I think that's because we put that extra effort into every one of our buildings. When we're in a world now where it's like, okay, let's build a product, let's do it as quickly as possible and cheaply as possible and try to maximize the revenue. We believe that if we maximize what our buildings are, that the rest will take care of itself, and that we'll really be able to build something special. So we still feel like we're in the infancy of our company, but I think that it would be hard to find an experience like this anywhere else in the world. It's really just about connecting with your family or friends when you come to visit Charmed Resorts. Those memories are going to be made by those families. We just want to give them the tools to be able to make those memories. And when you come here, we want you really to feel like it's a place that you can relax and that your kids can enjoy and your family or your friends can enjoy. And you guys can just slow down life a little bit and enjoy it together.